Beautiful out here, y'all. I learned something about skies though, but I ain't gonna explain it. I think I did. I think I have, and I ain't gonna explain it because it'll throw y'all off so bad. But I learned something about skies. It's amazing. It's about skies. Basically, long story short, how God changes the skies out. And if you did, if you probably possibly, I don't really know, I haven't really looked into it deep, but if you possibly been doing wrong or your city been doing wrong, let's just keep it right there. But the skies just changed out. That's amazing. But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all about this incident I had. It wasn't no incident, it was a near-death experience actually. And I vaguely remember what happened during this time. But I remember it's almost as if I remember having so many near-death experiences. I started remembering when you know how they say you don't see nothing but darkness and black. But I started remembering. But in this particular near-death experience, I remember seeing God. I remember being in heaven. And I remember being on guard, very defensive. And God like, what's wrong with him? Because it was like I was acting like a ravished animal. And God was like, I didn't build you to be this way. You know, and God really wanted to analyze the situation. I'm just, roughly, vaguely trying to tell y'all how it was, 'cause I really don't remember this experience right here. But I remember God was like, could God be knowing this stuff? He just, he's our Father. And he was like, and he tried to touch me, and I didn't want him to touch me. I was that throwed off. I was in heaven and didn't want nobody to touch me. It was like the abuse that I was taking here on earth. I didn't even notice it. Something was protecting me to where I didn't even understand and notice it. But when I got to heaven, I understood it fully, almost. And I just didn't want nobody to touch me. Paranoid. Not really paranoia. It was just I was very defensive. And where I'm going with this? God was like, he touched me and he seen everything. That's all he gotta do. He ain't even gotta touch you, but he touched me and he seen everything. And he calmed me down. And he said, you going back. That's when he told me, you going back. And he knew I did not want to come back to this place at all. It's like I looked at earth like hell, like a torturing ground. I just remember him saying, like, I just remember me being like, very defensive, and not wanting anybody in heaven. Just imagine that. Anybody in heaven now. Like, no, don't touch me. Just like that. And God had to calm me down, but he was like, you going back. Yeah, you going back. But you didn't do what I put you there to do. And they keep interfering with what I built you to do down there. You gotta do it. You're the only one that can do it. And it was other people in heaven that were willing to swap out with him, but God was like, he the only one can do it. He gotta do it. And whatever that is, I don't even think I got around to it yet. I think I'm on the path of it though. I'm definitely on the path of it. I'm definitely on my purpose, on the way to it. But of course it took a lot of training, rehabilitation and all that. But on this journey, y'all, Like I said, y'all see the movie, y'all see what's going on in the physical. Y'all ain't seeing it in the spiritual like I'm seeing it. And on this journey, God taught me, all of us that's been going through these moments where we gotta be still like a tree. What I mean by that is, you got put into prison, jail, unalived, whatever. You can, as bad as I hate to say this, as bad as I hate to say this, you can turn that into the best moment of your life. Because it takes time to reconstruct your mind and your heart, to deprogram the reprogram that someone have installed in you so God can reform you to what you're supposed to be and put you back on the path of what you are supposed to do. Okay? And you will be amazed when God show it to you. You be like, I could do this in a couple days. But only if it was that easy. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. It's kind of beautiful. Very beautiful, actually. Actually, one of the limbs, everything that God told me, I just haven't said it to her. I hope to say it to her face. I won't never say it online, but explain it online. But everything that God told me just about, she already done confirmed it. She had the same experience or visions. Exactly the same, scary almost, to the exact T. But I just know God showed me in this situation when I started rehabilitating myself and reconstructing myself and still working on myself, very much so. I know God is showing me in depth why it is important to become a tree. Like I was saying in my earlier message, it's vitally important. Like people say you boring. You better be, because you're in spiritual court. Dark night of the soul, that's spiritual court. You go to the courthouse in the physical, you can't be intoxicated. You can't even think about it. You even go above and beyond to wear a suit.